All right, so Robert's not up. What's up, Robert? He says, any recommendation for how to handle GMB posting with SEO clients? My client is paying me $700 a month, and one of the things I'm doing for them is their GMB optimization, but I didn't discuss GMB posting with them. Is it well worth me creating a bunch of GMB posts for them as one of the services I'm providing them over asking them to try to post it themselves? Obviously, I want them to rank, so I don't want anything holding them back. Well, so that, Robert, that's a great question, actually, because I've got some clients that I've pitched GMB posting services on a couple times, and they didn't take me up on it. And ultimately, I end up doing a little bit of GMB posting for them anyways, because it is so effective. Most of my clients, I've been able to talk into some level of GMB posting service as an add-on service. And I have a blogger that does that for me. She's amazing. But here's the thing. If you're getting $700 a month retainer from this client, and you're struggling at any point to get results, then you may want to just include doing some GMB posting on to produce the results that you want to give them. You know what I mean? In other words, to make sure that you are providing them results, it may be something that you have to add into what you're already doing. Now, if that wasn't in the original scope of work and in the list of deliverables that they agreed upon, then I would still try to pitch them on it and try to get them to put essentially it would be an add-on service, right? Get them to agree to an additional service, because if you're providing them with the fulfillment of the deliverables that you already promised them, then this is something over and above. However, if you promised them results as part of your deliverables and you're struggling to get results, then you may want to just include adding GMB posts at some level to help get them the results that you've promised them. Does that make sense? So it's going to be a judgment call on your part as to whether or not you need to or should approach them. I always recommend that you do. However, as I just mentioned, I do have some clients that have just, for whatever reason, have turned me down on GMB posting services when I've tried to, on multiple occasions, upsell them on that. And my clients all know that I don't just willy-nilly like go out there and recommend or suggest services. When I suggest services, it's for a very valid reason, but some of them, they just don't have the budget, or they don't want to invest in it, or whatever the case may be. So I'll still have, like, for example, I'll give you a really good example. I've been using David Sprague's rep videos as just kind of an add-on service for a lot of my clients. We would do 1 or 2 rep videos per month per client, just because it's an inexpensive service for me, right? It's like $90 or $100 a month for the subscription. You get like 25 video credits per month or whatever. So depending on what level my clients were at, I'd give them 1 or 2 videos per month where we would publish one of those rep videos for them, and it would go out across their channel as well as across a lot of my channels that have syndication networks and all that kind of stuff. And so we were doing that. Well, my blogger who does that for me, I've got another VA that does the rep video stuff for me every month. She sent me an email just a month ago saying, hey, look, some of your clients have run out of reviews, because we've been doing this now for a year and a half. So some of my clients have only had so many reviews. And she said, I'm struggling to find new reviews. And I said, okay, well, look, some of these clients aren't doing GMB posts. So what I want you to do, and I just provided her a process doc last week. I worked on this, actually. It took me almost like half a day to produce the process doc and the training for her. But what I did was I produced some training to show her how to go to Firefox, download the GMB, or excuse me, the rep video from any one of the YouTube channels that their rep videos are posted on, then upload that as a GMB post video to their GMB, their Google My Business dashboard as a GMB post. So upload that as a video, and then just put the same video description that we had in the YouTube video as the GMB post with the call to action and NAP and that kind of stuff, which is the exact same. So essentially it's a really simple process for her. But I said, look, we'll stop producing, for those that don't have any new reviews, we'll stop producing new videos for, and we'll just shift that service into doing 1 or 2 GMB posts per month using those videos. And by the way, videos and GMB posts get more engagement, very similar to like Facebook posts, guys. If you just do a text-based or image-based post in Facebook, you'll see that it gets, some interaction. But if you do a video post in Facebook, it gets a hell of a lot more interaction. It gets exposed to more people by Facebook's algorithm. The same thing happens with Google. If you just do an image-based post, if you're monitoring GMB Insights, guys, you can go look through post, and depending on the client and how much traffic they get and that kind of stuff, you'll see that you ought to have an average level of views per post after 7 days or 14 days or whatever the case may be. You can go through and you'll see that there's a range of typical views that those image-based posts will get. But if you do a video post, you'll see it'll be double, triple, sometimes quadruple the amount of views that get seen. So is that because the video was that awesome, or is it just because Google's exposing it more? Right? Think about that. It's because Google's exposing it more because it's a video post. And so my point is that that's something that I've taught my VA to do as as an additional service. I don't charge my clients for. It's just something that we were doing the rep videos, is just part of, by the way, I've done that for clients over the years. I call it mission creep, right? Which is like, I find things that work well, that are easy to fulfill, that doesn't cost me a lot of money, and it's not something that I do or I can train a VA to do and it's very simple and easy to fulfill, doesn't take a lot of time, it doesn't cost me a lot of money, and so I add it into already existing services that I provide. And I've done that over the years for a lot of my clients, but that's why I've got clients that have been with me for 6 or 7 years now, guys. So Robert, again, it's going to be a judgment call. If you are struggling to get results, and results are part of what you promised, which I know most SEOs do, right? Then you may want to just include some GMB posting. I would recommend, though, if it wasn't part of your original deliverables, like fulfillment list, that you would pitch them on it. Don't ever ask them to do it themselves. I do have one client in particular that I've pitched on a few times to say, to try to get them to let me do GMB posts for them, and he insisted on doing it himself, and he's doing it. And in fact, I had a call with him yesterday, and he made a joke about it. He goes, "Man, these GMB posts are killing me," and I offered it to him again. I got a blogger, she can do it for you, but he just insists on doing it. But he's actually seeing a tick up. I told him to start posting 2 times a day. He's just a Monday through Friday business, and he started doing posting 2 times a day. And there's quantifiable evidence in GMB Insights that he's getting more maps exposure now. So again, it's really going to be a judgment call, Robert. It's a great question, but it's going to be dependent upon what you feel comfortable with. I don't recommend asking them to do it themselves because they won't do it very well. They won't do it consistently. It's a great question, though.
Yeah, I just want to add that there's a reason why Local GMB Pro was set up the way it was. And it's set up around not only optimizing the Google My Business listing, but also doing posts on a regular basis. And you have to determine what your sweet spot is. Bradley just said for his service provider, it's 2 a day. It may be that yours is only a couple of times a week. It could be that it requires 3, 4, 5 times a day. You're going to have to find that sweet spot. And then not only that, the images. There's a reason why Bradley teaches how to find images in YouTube, and why I teach how to find unlimited local images in Local GMB Pro. You can't. I mean, it's virtually impossible to get these people to provide images for you.
You're right.
And when they do, it's not really what you want. And there's all kinds of problems. There's all kinds of going back and forth. And so you can just do all this. The question now shouldn't be, should you be doing posting? It's yes, you definitely need to do posting. Question is, are you going to get paid for it, or are you going to do it under the $700 a month? Bradley said, go and try to get some money for it. I totally agree. If they don't, then go ahead and do it, because once you set up a template, it's really not that much work.
No.
But the benefits that you're going to see and the upsells that you can get behind the results that you're going to get are going to far outweigh whatever amount of time you put into this. It's really well worth it. Posts are done for a reason. They're done the way they're done for a reason. Everything is taught for a reason. And if you leave anything out, then you're leaving money on the table.